Women love to act like they have everything under control. They present themselves as strong, independent, and completely unaffected by men. But the truth, every woman, no matter how powerful she seems, has hidden weaknesses that can make her completely lose control around the right man. These aren't the obvious things you hear in mainstream dating advice. No, these are the deep psychological triggers that make a woman's walls come crashing down. And most men, they have no idea these weaknesses even exist. Because attraction isn't just about looks, money, or status, it's about psychology. And once you learn how to push the right buttons, women won't just want you, they'll need you. The power of a man's touch. There's a reason why a woman can resist a man's words but crumble under his touch. Attraction isn't just mental, it's deeply biological. No matter how independent or strong she claims to be, the moment a man knows how to use touch correctly, she starts losing control. A study published in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships found that physical touch increases oxytocin levels in women, creating a sense of trust, comfort, and most importantly, desire. That's why a woman can be on the fence about a man, but the moment he lightly touches her lower back as he guides her through a doorway, her thoughts start shifting. It's subtle, it's primal, and it's something most men overlook. It bypasses her logical thinking. A woman might tell herself she's not interested, but a well-placed touch on her wrist, the small of her back, or her knee creates an emotional reaction she can't ignore. It builds tension. The key isn't constant touch, it's sporadic, deliberate, and controlled. When a man knows how to tease her senses, she starts craving more. It creates subconscious attraction. When a man is confident enough to use touch, she starts associating his presence with strength, security, and dominance. Think about the classic bad boy stereotype. He doesn't just sit across from her at dinner, he casually touches her hand as he makes a point. He leans in slightly when he speaks. He brushes her hair away from her face as if it's second nature. Suddenly, she's not just listening to his words, she's feeling him. A woman might swear she's in control, but when a man knows how to use touch, she's already melting. The forbidden effect. If there's one universal truth about attraction, it's this: women want what they can't have. It's why a woman will ignore the guy who showers her with attention, but chase the one who keeps her guessing. It's why she suddenly wants a man more after another woman shows interest, and it's why men who are just out of reach become addictive. Psychologist Robert Cialdini calls this the scarcity principle. The more unavailable something is, the more people desire it. And when it comes to attraction, this principle is lethal. If a man is always available, she takes him for granted. If a man is slightly unpredictable, she starts craving his attention. If she feels like she might lose him, she fights to keep him. By being busy, a man who is always chasing a woman signals that he has nothing better to do, but a man who has a full, interesting life, she respects him more. By being selective, if he treats her like she's just another option instead of a prize, she works harder to prove she's special. By walking away when necessary, the moment a man shows that he's not afraid to leave, she suddenly values him more. Why drama keeps her hooked? Most men assume women want stability, peace, and predictability. While that's true for long-term relationships, there's something else that excites them in the moment: emotional highs and lows. A woman who is too comfortable in a relationship starts to feel bored, and when boredom sets in, she looks elsewhere for excitement. But the men who understand the power of emotional contrast never have this problem. According to psychologists, dopamine spikes happen when emotions fluctuate between highs and lows. That's why women get hooked on unpredictable men. They might not admit it, but the thrill of uncertainty excites them more than routine ability. If a man is too predictable, she starts pulling away. If he keeps her guessing, she can't stop thinking about him. If he creates emotional contrast, she becomes emotionally addicted. Look at the relationships that keep women the most engaged. the guy who disappears for a day, then comes back like nothing happened, the guy who makes her laugh one moment and challenges her the next, the guy who isn't always easy to read. These men aren't playing mind games, they just understand that comfort kills attraction. Famous seduction expert Robert Greene put it best: absence and presence must be carefully balanced. Too much presence and you become predictable. Too much absence and you lose your effect. A woman's emotions dictate her attraction more than her logic ever will, and when a man understands how to create excitement, unpredictability, and contrast, she's hooked. How a man's tone controls her mind. A woman's ears are just as sensitive as her touch. The way a man speaks, the depth of his voice, the way he pauses before delivering a sentence, it all seeps into her subconscious, affecting her on a level she can't even explain. A deep, slow, and controlled voice isn't just attractive, it's commanding. It signals dominance, certainty, and power, and a woman reacts to that instinctively. This isn't just theory. A study from the University of Aberdeen found that women are more attracted to men with lower-pitched voices because they associate them with confidence, authority, and strong genetics. But it's not just the pitch, it's the rhythm. Men who speak too fast sound nervous, men who speak too slow sound unsure. Men who speak with control pull her in without her even realizing it. Think of a scene in a movie where a man seduces a woman. He doesn't rush, he doesn't blurt things out, he speaks with precision as if every word is meant to affect her. That's what keeps a woman hooked on a man's voice. And the real secret? It's not just about sounding good, it's about knowing when to stay silent. Sometimes a pause before answering makes her anticipate your words even more. That anticipation, that's where attraction lives. The hidden effect of jealousy. A woman's desire isn't just about attraction, it's about competition. She can like a man, but the moment she sees other women interested in him, that's when her desire intensifies. This is female psychology at its core. Women are wired to want high-value men, and a high-value man is always in demand. It's why celebrities, athletes, and powerful men never struggle with attraction. They don't just have one woman interested, they have many, and that social proof makes them irresistible. A man who is completely focused on one woman might think he's being loyal, but in her mind, he's signaling that he has no other options. No options, no value. But the man who is admired by other women, that's the man she can't stop thinking about. This isn't about playing games or being manipulative, it's about understanding psychology. If a woman feels like you're the only one chasing her, she assumes she's in control, but the moment she feels like she might lose you to someone else, that's when she starts chasing you. Women don't just want a great man, they want a man that other women want. And if a man subtly shows that he's in demand without bragging or being desperate, he will always have the upper hand, the sweet spot of tension. Most men rush. They get too excited, too eager to lock things down. They confess feelings too soon, push for commitment before attraction fully develops, and eliminate all mystery. Nothing kills a woman's desire faster than a man who makes it too easy. Think about it. What makes a movie exciting? The build-up, the tension, the waiting. That's exactly what women crave in attraction. She needs time to wonder, to question, to doubt herself. The moment a man removes that uncertainty, she starts losing interest. This is why men who flirt, tease, and hold back just enough are the ones women become addicted to. They create a chase. They allow the woman to feel like she's earning his attention, rather than just receiving it on demand. When a man doesn't rush, when he takes his time building tension, whether it's in conversation, touch, or the speed of the relationship, he activates a woman's deepest weakness, the craving for something she can't fully have. And that's the feeling that keeps her coming back. The fantasy effect. Attraction isn't just about looks, it's about the story a man creates in a woman's mind. Women don't just fall for men, they fall for how those men make them feel when they're not around. The reason women become obsessed with certain men isn't because of money, power, or even looks. It's because those men make them fantasize. They give just enough mystery for a woman's imagination to fill in the gaps. Why do women go crazy over celebrities? It's not because they know them personally, it's because they create an illusion, a sense of intrigue that keeps them hooked. An irregular man can trigger the same effect if he understands one simple rule: don't give her everything too soon. Most men over-explain themselves, answer every question directly, and reveal every thought they think. Transparency builds attraction, but the truth? Women are wired to chase what they don't fully understand. If a man keeps a little mystery, a little playfulness, and doesn't let her figure him out too quickly, she keeps thinking about him. A man who makes a woman's mind wander becomes a man she can't forget. And the real power? It's not in what he tells her, it's in what he leaves unsaid. The authority effect. Women may say they want an equal in relationships, but deep down, their biology craves a leader. Not a dictator, not a control freak, but a man who makes decisions with confidence. A woman's attraction isn't just emotional, it's primal, and nothing taps into that primal instinct faster than a man who takes charge. It's the reason why women fantasize about dominant men. It's why they test men with small challenges to see if they'll break under pressure. And it's why the moment a man starts seeking her approval, her attraction starts to fade. A strong man doesn't ask, "What do you want to do?" every 5 minutes. He says, "Let's do this." He's decisive, certain, and doesn't hesitate when it's time to act. And women respond to that instinctively. Men who hesitate, who constantly seek validation, who let women dictate every decision, they seem nice, but they don't trigger deep attraction. The moment a woman senses uncertainty in a man, she starts pulling away. But the man who leads with confidence? She trusts him, she respects him, and ultimately, she wants him. The emotional drug. A woman might say she wants a nice, stable, drama-free relationship, but the truth, if a man doesn't make her feel something intense, she won't stick around. Women don't fall for men because they logically decide to, they fall because those men make them feel a rollercoaster of emotions, excitement, jealousy, surprise, uncertainty. It's the ups and downs that create addiction. Just like people get hooked on roller coasters, gambling, or thrill-seeking, women get hooked on men who give them a rush of emotions. A predictable, boring guy, she might appreciate him, but she won't feel drawn to him. The man who teases her 1 minute and pulls away the next, the one who challenges her, surprises her, and keeps her guessing, that's the man she can't get enough of. A woman's heart follows where her emotions lead, and the man who understands how to keep her emotionally engaged will always have her attention. The submissive trigger. Despite modern independence, most women still crave a man who makes them feel protected. They don't need him to fight off dragons, but they need to know that in the face of life's challenges, he has their back. Women want a man who can handle stress, make decisions under pressure, and protect their emotional well-being. When a woman sees a man in control during tough situations, it triggers something deep within her, a feeling of safety and trust. The man who knows how to keep his emotions in check and remain calm under pressure becomes a rock in her life. And that rock? It attracts her in a way nothing else can. In conclusion, the psychological dynamics between men and women when it comes to attraction are deep, complex, and often overlooked. While physical attraction plays a part, it's the subtler psychological triggers that truly determine whether a woman becomes drawn to a man on a deeper, emotional level. Men who understand and master the art of touch, unpredictability, emotional highs and lows, and strategic communication can create a powerful, magnetic presence that resonates with women on a subconscious level. The key takeaway is that attraction isn't something that can be manufactured with superficial tactics alone. It's about understanding the underlying psychology and responding to it in a way that feels natural, compelling, and authentic. A man who knows how to create tension, maintain mystery, and exude confidence without desperation holds the power to make a woman not just attracted to him, but deeply invested in him. Furthermore, recognizing the importance of emotional contrast and how women respond to the power of jealousy, touch, and even silence can make all the difference in how a man interacts with a woman. The idea is not to manipulate, but to enhance one's natural appeal by tapping into the very instincts that drive attraction and connection. The most irresistible men aren't those who seek validation or approval, they are the ones who exude strength, security, and presence, creating an aura that women find irresistible. Ultimately, the most powerful relationships are based on mutual respect, understanding, and the ability to keep the emotional connection alive. By applying these psychological principles, a man can create an environment where attraction thrives, not just in the short term, but for the long haul, fostering both desire and deep emotional connection with a woman.